Good morning, good morning, good morning. It is 10 o'clock my time, maybe a little after. I've been up since 4 o'clock this morning. I wish I could have got on then and did my video. It has been a busy Saturday, but one that is really rewarding. I've been attending workshops this morning on top of attending my writing boot camp at 5 this morning. So I in between workshops. And as a writer, new or old, I recommend you to attend any free workshops that you can attend. And I don't have a problem paying if you feel like it's really worth your investment at the time of your where you at in your journey, because I have paid for some. But I'm in a place right now. If I can get all these golden nuggets, these are all the information, all the resources that you can use to apply to your writing life and your journey. I say go for it. And especially if I can get it free. Oh my gosh. I have been attending Podium Create 2020, and I am learning a wealth of information. And I'm creating a side hustle on the side where I will create book covers and format manuscripts for my audience and for people out there who needs a good book cover, all that good stuff. So I'm working on getting that started ASAP. My main purpose is to help those who are on a budget, who can afford. I do know a lot of senior citizens that are authors out there, and they are on a fixed budget. And I want to help any way I can to make your dreams, your story come to life. So that's one of my goals. If you read my About page on my website, I changed it a little bit. And at the last sentence, I included my ultimate goal. So yeah, that's a part of it. So I'm really excited because I'm learning how to implement my talent into something that I can make money off of and provide a service to those who really need it at an affordable cost. So that's the key. Very affordable. And plus, I'm willing to work with each individual, and hopefully during the beginning, I will be doing a lot of free content for people who need a book cover in exchange for their testimony. So I am learning a lot of good tricks and tips and hacks and all that other good stuff. So we're going to move on. I'm not going to be able to be here real long today because I have to attend another workshop real soon and I don't want to miss out. But I don't want you to miss out on the 10 steps of the Snowflake Method. And I will be back here tomorrow, I think either at 9 or 10. It's on the schedule. I am not time conscious. I'm learning to be more conscientious with my time, but I just don't remember. Maybe that's an age thing. But I hope you all had a wonderful Friday. Let me add this. A wonderful Friday, and have a great weekend. So today we're going to focus on step 6 of the Snowflake Method. And if you remember, we go all the way back to step 1 where you wrote your one sentence summary using 25 words or less. Then on step 2, you wrote a 1 paragraph summary. Keep that one in mind, your 1 paragraph summary. And then in step 3, you wrote a summary sheet, which was one of my favorite things to do. You wrote a summary sheet for each character. And I'm going to rephrase that, for your main or primary character. So, yeah. And then I also included my villain because at first I was confused. Whether I put my villain in that as my main character? Yeah, he's a murderer. He or she is a murderer. So without the murder, you don't have a story. And then step 4, you wrote a 1-page synopsis. Remember that. A 1-page synopsis, and we talked about that. And yesterday we wrote a character synopsis for each character. And to be honest with you, I didn't get to that part. I was doing step 5, but I was writing my character names. So even though we're going through these 10 steps daily, don't feel that you have to rush and finish this within a day. You take as long as you need to get this done, but don't spend too long on it because we don't want to slow down the progress. So I would say take as long as you need to, you know. Some of these things may take only 20 minutes. Some stuff may take an hour. Some may take even a day. I know for me, step 5, because I had to go back and change some of my names of my characters and try to determine if I'm going to keep this character or get rid of this character. Well, yesterday I was in conflict whether to get rid of Rhonda, who is Bay's accidental best friend. And that's still a big question mark because Rhonda has a part in this story, but someone else like Chewie can take over that role. But I might keep her because I can really expand on her role. I just didn't want to have too many characters. As of now, it's like 13 characters, and that's a lot. Even though one dies and one is in jail, she don't really have a main role at this moment. So I got to work on that a little bit, and I'll share what I come up with probably by Monday. So today we are focused on step 6, and what we're going to do is write a long 4-page synopsis. Don't get freaked out by the word synopsis because you remember I explained to you the word synopsis that we're working on for this is for our eyes only. Now, on step 6, you can actually use this when you want to write your synopsis proposal to your publisher or to an agent. You can use this one here because it's more detailed. And when you send one into your agent or a publisher, it's going to be short. They prefer short. From my understanding, maybe 2 pages, but for this one, you may include a lot of pages. And the purpose of you writing a long 4-page synopsis, one, is to help you understand your story better. Now, when I went back over my story yesterday, I pulled out that draft and that second draft, and I was looking at some of my characters' names and some of the roles they played in the story. Well, when working on step 5 and step 3, when I was writing character summary sheet, I was able to see some plots that I overlooked and develop more with my character story within my story. So step 6 will give you that inside look to see and understand where your story is at, and also help you flesh out more ideas. I got a lot of ideas yesterday. That's why I'm trying to decide if I really want to keep Rhonda in my story. If not, I can save her for another story. Also, step 6 would help you solve whatever plot problems you have. Now, I don't know if I really had any plot problems, but I got some ideas to make the ones I do have even stronger. Oh, I mean, really strong. I am really just excited about this here process because I'm discovering more things about my story, my characters, and step 6 is going to help you do that. Also, if you don't know the theme of your story or hadn't really narrowed down the theme of your story, this is the stage that your theme will start to emerge and you will begin to understand, this is the theme of my story. And your characters will get deeper and you will get to understand them a lot more and find out what makes them do the things they do, why they act the way they are, and the reason behind everything about that character. So you will begin to know their whys, the reasons and their whys. And step 6 also help you prepare you for step 8. And step 8 is when we're going to write out each scene. Now you're probably asking yourself, that's a lot of writing. Well, writing is a lot of writing. But when you write it down in this kind of fashion, doing the Snowflake Method, you see more about your story and it's more organized than if you was just to write by the seat of your pants. Now, mind you, I wrote the first draft by the seat of my pants. And I came to the second draft and I began to mold, but I followed the outline, the snowflake outline. Now I'm going into the third draft and I'm going back into the snowflake method, adding more things that I missed the first time around. Now, I think when I start my next book, my next series, next book in this series, a lot of things that I did in the first and second draft will probably be eliminated because I think I have come to the place where I really truly embrace the snowflake method and I know how to apply it doing that first draft where I can avoid a lot of rewrites because I can do this initially. Had I did this initially last year in November when I first wrote this story, I would probably be finished by now or it would be with an editor. So that's where I'm at. Now, so what you do on step 6, you're going to go all the way back to, was it step 4 when you wrote a short 1-page synopsis? Now, each paragraph, you're going to develop it into another paragraph. So you're going to expand that 1-page synopsis that we did in step 4. You're going to take each paragraph and expand on it. That means you're going to go deeper into the story. You're going to write more to your story. So that's all we're going to do. And when this video is over, be sure to look under the description. There will be a blog link linking you to the written part of step 6. I'm also thinking at the end of the snowflake method, after we finish step 10, I'm going to offer you something, probably the easy format and following the snowflake method in 10 steps. So I will do it in a PDF form. That way you can keep it and you can always go back to it and look at it if you need it and apply it to all your other future writings. So we're going to do probably, I got to look at the time because I'm pushed against time. And even though that I will end the video early, don't stop there. I want you to continue to write without me. So, hey, writer Bouvier. Did I say your name right, Michelle? I think of the IER and the IER on my last name. So, anyway, let's get started. We're going to do a 10-minute warm-up. Then we're going to do a 20-minute writing sprint. And then I'll probably wrap it up with a 7-minute. So if you're not going to do step 6 and you need to go back to the previous step, feel free to do so. Feel free to do so. Or work on any other projects. I just wanted to make sure you get in step 6 today. And tomorrow we're going to go on to step 7. Then we'll be back on our regular scheduled time, 5 a.m. each morning, and finish up this just in time for October. And in October, I'll probably do some later write-ins or different things planned and all that other good stuff, but I'll share that with you later. Yeah, so let's get started. Here's our first 10-minute warm-up. Okay, that was our first warm up. So we're gonna go into a 20-minute writing. Hey Ann, glad to have you here. And use this time to work on a project you want, or do step 6 where we're writing a long 4-page summary. No, I'm sorry. We're writing a long, what do you call it? Yeah, it is a long 4-page synopsis of our story where we expand on each paragraph that we wrote in step 4, where we wrote a short 1-page synopsis. So just take each paragraph from this step and expand on it. So let's start with our 20-minute writing. Sorry, y'all. I'm learning something new about my tech equipment. I cannot unplug during a live stream, but I'm back and we're going to continue. Hey, Jen. Welcome. Welcome. I hope you're still there. So, we're going to do a 15-minute writing session. Here we go. Okay, that completes our write-in for today. Snowflake using step 6. Sorry for the technical glitch earlier, but we resumed, and I hope you found this time very valuable. I'm sorry I can't be on here any longer today, but I will be back tomorrow. Instead of 10 o'clock in the morning, I'm going back to, what is it, 5 o'clock in the morning, because I think I have a lot to do tomorrow too. So yeah, I prefer the early morning hours. So if you're here to meet with me tomorrow morning, join me. If not, just catch me on the replay. Um, Oh, I'm glad you did, Jen. So, anyway, I just want you all to have a wonderful weekend. Tomorrow, we're going into step 7, and we only have 3 more steps after that. We are almost there. But remember, you don't have to do all 10 steps in 10 days. You take your time and pace yourself out until you get each step done for your novel. Oh, I'm glad you did too. Michelle, thank you. Thank you, Ann. Y'all have a wonderful and blessed weekend. I will see you tomorrow at 5 a.m. Until then, happy writing.